Hey, what's happening? Welcome to day 9 of starting out. We've got today 9 and then day 10, and then you are on your way. Feel free to hit up whatever program or set of work you want from here. Let's go ahead and start at the end of our mat. We're just going to go through a couple warm-ups first, and then I'll get us started um, on everything else. So just hinge over those legs. Take a couple deep breaths, push your hips back behind you. Hopefully you read your equipment needs before you got started, but just in case, we are going to use, whatever set of weights that you have. Grab, I'm going to use my 10, so something kind of mid to lightweight, but start challenging your weight. We are going to be challenging our reps today. We're going to be going a little bit higher reps. So you can use your dumbbells for deadlifts, or you can grab something a little bit heavier. I'm going to use a kettlebell for my deadlifts, and we're going to be going at 20 reps. So it's going to be just a little bit more than what we've kind of been used to. All right, go ahead and slide those shoulder blades down. Feel the core engaged nice and strong. Make sure that you hold that core firm. We're going to walk ourselves out along the mat. Push into the hands, slide those shoulder blades down. Walk it all the way, all the way, all the way, and then set up in your plank position. So shoulders over the wrists, tuck the tailbone under, take a deep inhale, exhale, push your hips back and up. So now we're in a downward facing dog. Feel the elbows pull back toward the toes. So you're twisting into the hands, rooting them into the ground. Belly strong, and then shoulders come forward. Over the wrists, tuck the tailbone, flex through those glutes, flex through the quads, flex through the core, and then push back. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Stay relaxed in your neck. We're going to come forward one more time. Tuck it in, hold that plank position. Flex through those glutes. Push through the hands. Feel the whole body. Flex deep. The core, the torso, the trunk, the glutes, they're holding the support of the entire body. Deep inhale and then exhale, push back. One more time. Downward facing dog. Push the chest back toward the thighs. Bend your knees a lot. Get a little bit more opening in your hamstrings. Maybe you can get your chest a little bit closer to the thighs, and then slowly straighten them back out. Drive the heels toward the ground. Feel that stretch there. Go ahead and drop onto your knees. Bring your right leg forward and just hinge forward and back. I'm going to take a little stretch through that hip flexor, little stretch through the hamstring, just forward and back. But I want you to keep that chest tall, belly strong. And when you get that core engaged, that is also how you set in and hold support in the low back. So you hold support for the low back, movement through the thoracic spine in the middle of the back, and then support again through the upper back and shoulders. So once you get those shoulders back and down, hold in the shoulder blades, then you have the stability there where you need it. All right, switch it up. Right leg comes back, left leg forward, and then we're going to drive forward and back. Okay, so we're going to start off with 2 rounds of abs and core. So we'll start with everything on the ground on our back, 2 exercises there, and then we'll transition into a plank set. If you do not plank, I will give you an alternate. No big deal. Always something different that you can do. Always an alternate, and it's no worse. Don't think of it as a negative. All right, you're still here, you're still working out, getting where we want to go. Grab your hands behind your back, push the chest forward, roll those shoulder blades back and down, open the chest, bringing your hands away from your hips. All right, so we're going to start with our concentrated crunches. So that's where we're just going to be focused on pushing that low back into the ground. So you're tucking the pelvis, pulling the low back down by engaging the core, those transverse abdominis muscles in the abdomen. So we're going to go through 30 seconds of a concentrated crunch, pulling our chest up toward the belly. If crunching doesn't work for you, for your upper back or shoulders or whatever else, I want you to just focus on that pelvic tuck. Okay, so you have that natural low back arch. You're going to push the low back into the ground, contracting deep, flexing into that core. So you should feel the transverse muscles. Those are the ones that are a little deeper, used to cough or choke. or laugh. Okay, so you'll just hit up those pelvic tucks if you're not doing the crunch. After the crunch, we're going to hit a scissor twist. So there's a couple different ways we can do this. Try to get your legs as straight as possible, resting head in the hands. So you're pulling that low belly into the ground, pulling chest towards your belly button. Then you're going to twist, dropping one leg and taking the opposite elbow to the knee. If you need, you can keep your legs bent, push one leg out and then the other. You can also keep your legs still and just twist here like this. Okay, if your head needs to stay on the ground, that's totally fine. You can extend one leg and then the other, keeping your head supported, or you can go into that straight leg scissor as well. So the thing that you want to focus on is staying contracted through that abdomen, right? So it's easy to get into the hip flexors with any sort of leg lifts, and I want you to keep everything into your core. All right, from here we're going to go into a plank, and we're going to do a knee under and a knee wide. Okay, so you plant onto those hands. If you need to go forearms, you're welcome to. If it's too much on your wrist, otherwise spread through those fingertips. Push into your thumb and first finger. You're going to tuck your right knee to the left elbow. Push the leg straight back. And then you're going to pull the knee to the same elbow. Right knee, right elbow. Push back. Tuck under, push back, side, push back. We're going to do 30 seconds each side. If a plank doesn't work for you, I'm going to have you stay on your hands and your knee, and you're going to go with a supported back knee. So you can still get a lot of work done if you just find that self-flexion and contraction. All right, we're going to get through our ab and core round, and then we'll move on into our weighted round. So make sure you have weights available for our weighted round, deadlifts, and overhead presses. Those are actually all that we're going to need the weights for today. Okay, here we go. Without any further ado, starting with our concentrated crunches or pelvic tucks. We're going to go for 30 seconds. Ready, set, and go. Push that low back into the ground. Get that alignment in the body. Remember, as you lower, you're holding contraction on the abdomen. So we're not lowering and relaxing. You have that constant flexion. We're at 20 seconds. I'm only about 4 or 5 reps in, so that's how slow you should be going. Okay, and then switch to those scissor crunches, or if you want, you can keep your head on the ground. You can bend your knees or keep the legs straight. So feel that big pull to get the leg back up. As you develop the core, you just have to flex even deeper. The beauty with core moves is you can really build that self-flexion, still keep the heat in the abdomen by never letting your flexions go. And time. Roll it over. 30 seconds goes fast. Plank it up, tuck under and wide. Shoulders up over the wrist, whether you're on your knee or not. The upper back stays super fixed and stable. Any sort of movement in the back comes through the mid back, right? Those transverse muscles. Build flexion in the leg. 3, 2, switch your sides, tuck under, tuck wide. Do the best you can. If you need to come down, hit the knee and then come back. Go for it. But try to hang in. Keep that flexion in the back and the core. And then the move will kind of rove from the front of the belly to the obliques. 3, 2, 1. On our backs. Back to the concentrated crunches or pelvic tucks. Exhale to lift. Inhale, lower. Hands are there to rest the head into. You're not yanking on your neck. Flex it in deep. 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, and 1. Lift those legs, bent or straight. It's up to you. Whew. Lots more heat this time. Don't lose the flexion. So I'm feeling that heat, really having to work hard to keep that low back in to the ground so my legs are not moving as low toward the ground. So the higher the legs, the easier it is to keep them, or the low back and the ground and the core flexed and scooped, right? So I am not looking for just leg movement time. We want to keep that scoop of the belly. That's where it's at. Ready, set, and go. Tuck under, tuck wide. Under, wide. Self flex through the core first, then move. If you need to just hold a plank and don't do the leg, that is fine as well. Pull those elbows to point back at your knees. 6 seconds to go. And switch. Tuck under, tuck wide. That low belly, and then the oblique. Find that little rotation in your hands, right? So the elbows pull back toward the toes. You've got it. You're building that core. So important. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Oh, hit your downward facing dog. Woo. Stretch through that core. Come all the way up. Nice start. Okay. Moving on to our weighted moves. We're going to go 20 deadlifts, and then we're going to hit up 20 overhead press, and then 10 push-ups. Then we have a little burst, and then we'll repeat the set. Hopefully 3 sets. We'll see how it goes. Okay, starting off with our deadlift. Remember that it's all about keeping that back super flat, right? So get your bell set or your weights, feet right underneath the hips. Drive your feet into the ground. It's like you're screwing them into the ground. That foundation is super important. It gets the knees lined up, opens the hips so that you can get range to lean over and grab the bell. Slide the shoulder blades back and down. Find contraction before you even hinge for the bell. Grab the core. So butt back, back flat, elbows squeeze in, core strong. Here's our 1. Come all the way to the top, flexing those glutes. Keep your head neutral. Dig into those heels. You should feel this all along the back side of the body. You've got it. Squeezing those glutes. Here's 15. Imagine you're grabbing super heavy weight. How would you dig in deeper? Where would you flex differently in the upper body? Last one. Now think about how you put it down. Stay strong. And you're there. Okay, moving on to our overhead press. Grab those dumbbells. I'm going to go a split stance. One leg slightly forward, one leg slightly back. If you prefer your set, that's totally fine. Find a neutral pelvis, right? So make sure in that stance that you don't start hinging the hips forward, right? Keep your hips, heels, hips, shoulders all in a line, and the chest stays really tall. Okay, elbows come up. Find your goalpost. So get that stance, your set first, and then let's go. 1. Neck stays relaxed. Shoulder blades stay pulled together. Brace through the rib cage. Grab the belly button back toward your spine. There's 10. Keep the legs strong, tailbone tucked. Keep the upper body really still. It's going to want to start to sway forward and back as your reps increase. 3 to go. 18, hold that core. 19, 20. Good job. Okay, we're going to go a little bit of body weight. Set up for your push-ups. Remember, I'd rather you stay light range and stay off your knees if you can, but get your hands a little bit wider than what you have for a plank position. Tuck your tailbone. Make sure the chest is forward and your core is set. So it's like you're starting off with that perfect plank. Ready, go. 10. Core stays strong. 6, 5, 4. Use that chest. Push the floor away. Last one. Nicely done. Hinge back. Okay, we're going to come up, hit a little burst. 10 jump squats, mountain climbers, skaters. So your skater, you're going to jump to the side, pull the other leg up. Jump to the side, pull the other leg up. If you don't hop, you're just going to squat fast. You can do a standing mountain climber here, marching, and then your skater, just lunge over, pull your leg up. Lunge over, pull your leg up. All right, here we go. 10 jump squats. Knees out with toes. Land light. 9, 10. Mountain climbers. Get into that plank position first. Use the core to pull the knees up. 8, 9, 10. And then we'll find that skater. Hop it over, pull that knee up. 2. Belly strong. You got it. 6. Push out of that supporting leg. 9 and 10. Okay, did you watch? As you lunge, make sure not to round, but sit and keep the back flat. Okay, set 2, starting off with our deadlifts. Let's collect ourselves real quick. Good job on timing. 2 more sets. I think we have plenty of time of our weighted moves, push-ups, and then the cardio. Breaks are good. They help facilitate a better next set. Okay, so if you struggle at all with your low back grabbing in a deadlift, take your legs a little wider. Here's the thing, once you get to those legs wide though, still find that torque, that dig in, heels, driving and screwing into the ground, and the toes kind of pull wide. Then the knees will get out with the toes. You're keeping all the movement safe in the hips, the low back, and the knees. Okay, set first. Shoulders back and down, elbows in, core strong. Get your butt engaged. Our first pickup is our first count. Ready, set, go. 1. Inhale down. Exhale it. Only go still low as to where you can keep that upper back flat. Think of your hips locking into place, but not overextending. 11, 12. At the top, you have that perfect, tall, set stance. Knees just barely soften. Get lots of push of the hips back. As you build strength, flexibility, and mobility, you can go lower. 18, 19, 20. All right, well done. Let's shift it out Set your hips straight ahead and shift through the mid back. Okay, grab your weights that you're using for your overhead press. If you're doing a slight split stance, hopefully you remember which leg you had forward last time, and you're going to put the other leg forward this time. Shoulders back and down. Find that super solid set stance. Elbows come up, goal post. Make sure you're not leaning forward or back. Tuck the belly and get your press. 2, 3. Even if one arm is a little weaker, try to press evenly. If you need to come down and then hit it back up, that's fine. Here's 10. Push through the back. Grab through the core. Use stability in the back. Have the back help press. 15. 17. Your knees are soft. 18. 19. 20. All right. Push-ups next. Start with a teeny little child's pose. Get those arms ready. Slide the shoulder blades down. Get them set. So we're giving ourselves a second so that we can get more range, keep the core strong, and get those shoulders back and down, right? So we don't want to collapse into the neck and shoulders with our push-up. Your range is decided by the strength that you can keep and the form you can keep. All right, here we go. Plank position first, and then go 10 push-ups. 6, 8, 9, 10. All right, hit that little down dog. Walk it up. Let's go into those cardio first. 10 jump squats, 10 mountain climbers, 10 skaters. Ready, go. 2. We're going into mountain climbers. You can do a standing mountain climber if you'd like. 8, 9, 10. Okay, we have our skater. Lunge and tuck. 1. Upper back, tall and flat, right? Belly strong. That's how you're pulling that leg up. 8, 9, 10. Well done. 2 sets down. We have our last set to go. Let's do a couple standing cat-cows. Put your elbows on your thighs. Push the chest forward. And then round. Push the chest forward. And round with your exhale. One more. We're going to go straight into our deadlifts. Okay? Get your weight. Set your feet. Shoulders back and down. Belly strong. Butt back. Back flat. Can you tell if you're pushing evenly with both legs? I actually kind of have to make slight little compensations, setting my hips over a teeny bit because my legs are different lengths. So feel the body, learn to feel it in space. Dial into pushing evenly through both legs. Push that chest forward. Grab the core. Upper back squeezes. Belly supports the low back. 17. Keep the neck neutral. Give me one more good one. I have to watch it when I look at the camera. My neck gets out of play. I still have to watch it. Okay, let's go into our overhead press. Hopefully you're staying strong with whatever weight you chose. If not, feel free to put the weights down and just keep the range of motion going. Okay, find your stance. Tuck the belly. Chest tall, core strong. Here we go. 1. 4. Same thing here. Press evenly. Incorporate the back. Squeeze your butt a little. That'll help get your pelvis into place. 12. 16. 17. Keep those hips back. 18. 19. 20. Perfect. We just got 60 deadlifts, 60 overhead press with super solid form, I am sure. Okay, hitting up those push-ups. 10 of them. Ready, set, core strong, and go. Three more. Keep that core. 9, 10. Slide those hips up and back. Walk it in. Take a quick second. All we have is our cardio burst, and then we'll stretch. Ready, set, 10 jump squats. Watch your knees. They like to fall in toward one another. Keep them out, pulling toward the pinky toe side of the foot. 10. Mountain climbers. 10. Skaters. Hop it over. Pull that toe. Seven. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. And 10. Good work. Lie on your back. Whew. Hug those knees in. Nice and tight. Gather your heart, your breath, your lungs. Put your feet mat width. Open your arms into a T, palms on the ground. Rock your knees over to the left. Once you get them there, put your left foot on top of your right knee and then relax. Okay, unwind. Feet mat width. Rock them to the right. Put your right foot on top of the left knee. Fantastic job, you guys. Small progressions over time. You're going to get where you want to go. Although you get there, and then it's so much fun. You just keep it going. Okay, come back to center. Cross your right ankle over the left knee. Grab from behind that left thigh. Pull deep into the chest. Flex your right foot. Pull it in. Pack those shoulder blades into the ground. Pack your pelvis into the ground. Keep your neck out of it. If you can, as much as you can, take that right elbow and really dig it into the right knee to push the knee away from your torso. You You'll feel a little more in that right glute. Okay, drop your legs. Cross left ankle over the right knee. Pull it in nice and deep. Don't forget to flex both feet. Dig that left elbow into the left knee, that left thigh. Push it away from the torso. Keep your shoulder blades, pelvis pushed evenly into the ground. All right, rock your way up. Get a quick hamstring stretch, and we'll call it a day. Bring your left leg into the inner thigh on the right side. Arms are going to come up. So if your body is facing forward, right, if you're lined up with your pelvis, I want you to rotate the arms to now face over your extended right leg and then reach forward. Don't worry about where you get. You may be up here. If your knee is up, just focus on flattening that leg. You may even put your hands behind, right? Help lift the chest, but try to twist it from that mid back, from the low ribs. Twist it over that your right leg. So it depends on your flexibility. Your hamstrings are super tight. There's no leaning forward yet. Don't worry about it. Okay, let's switch our legs. As we switch, keep that core strong. So left leg extends, right leg comes in. Lift those arms up, keep the core strong. Rotate toward your left leg. Extend over or put your hands behind on the ground. If you guys need anything at all, please feel free to reach out to me. Let me know. I am happy to work with you, help figure out modifications, alternates. As I was saying, alternates are never a bad thing or a poor thing or a negative thing. Anytime you show up to move your body, it's positive. Okay, let's go ahead and come up to standing. Just take kind of a bent knee position, same as kind of we got geared up for our kettlebell. Push onto those knees to push the chest forward. See if you can get a really flat back, but then pull the belly in tight. One more time. Actually, you should keep your belly tight all day. Gently tight, gently engaged. See if you can kind of find your pelvic floor muscles and then reach all the way down toward your toes, keeping the back flat. Don't worry if you can't touch them. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up overhead. Deep, deep, deep breath. Find that solid stance. Bring your arms down. Great work. You are ready to move on. I'll see you next time.